Welcome to the introductory video about the services of SOS Alarm International. The services of SOS Alarm International include the International SOS Alarm 112 app, the International SOS Alarm Emergency Service, the International Register of Residents with First Aid Skills, the International SOS Alarm Card and SOS Alarm Medical Passport. For each country, we can offer one license for the SOS Alarm services. We are happy to explain how our services work with the help of this information video. Help the residents of your country, their families and loved ones. Every minute matters in the event of a 112 emergency situation, such as cardiac arrest, arterial bleeding, asphyxiation or fire. By using the free national SOS Alarm 112 app, SOS Alarm citizen rescuers are alerted while voice contact is established using the emergency number 112. This means that first aid can be offered sooner in the 112 emergency situation during the response times until the official emergency services have arrived. The SOS Alarm card is carried in order to share medical or personal details. By scanning the card, emergency service workers can view the registered details of the bearer. This enables the emergency service workers to offer the right assistance in the event of a 112 emergency situation. Use the free national SOS Alarm 112 app and the other services of SOS Alarm International. Before seconds become minutes. The SOS Alarm 112 app. Is somebody's life at risk? Or is there another type of emergency situation? Then you normally call 112. From now on, you can call the emergency number 112 via the national SOS Alarm 112 app. We are happy to explain how the app works. Open the app and select whether you have an emergency situation. Select the type of 112 emergency situation concerned and indicate how many casualties are involved. The caller is automatically directed to the emergency number 112, where they will provide you with further assistance by phone. The emergency number 112 notifies the required emergency services, such as police, fire brigade, and ambulance services. While the telephone connection with the emergency number 112 is being established, depending on the emergency situation, SOS Alarm citizen rescuers, if in the area, are immediately alerted via GPS location. When voice contact is created with the emergency number 112, the caller will be asked whether they wish to use SOS Alarm Location Help. Upon activation, the GPS location and the address are reported to the 112 operator in speech. The activation of this location functionality may be desirable in certain situations, saving valuable time and helping to save lives. For example, when the location is unknown to the caller, if the caller stutters, or if the caller does not speak the language of the country. It is also possible to share pictures via the SOS Alarm 112 app, so that emergency service workers are given even better information. When a 112 emergency situation is reported via the national SOS Alarm 112 app, the caller, after disconnecting from the emergency number 112, sees how many citizen rescuers respond to this call and come to offer support until the official emergency services have arrived. In addition, the caller will be instructed how to scan the SOS Alarm card by clicking the button Scan SOS Alarm Card. While the emergency services are on their way, the caller or a bystander may check whether the victim carries an SOS Alarm card and whether personal and/or medical information is available. The card features a QR code and is also equipped with NCF chip technology. Sharing personal and medical details with the official emergency services is very important. This information enables them to offer the right assistance. By scanning the SOS Alarm card, family members are immediately notified by means of an SOS Alarm message to their loved ones. Various other functionalities are available within the national SOS Alarm 112 app, such as first aid tips and an option enabling citizens to alert one another in the neighborhood in the event of, for example, the disappearance of a child or parent. SOS Alarm citizen rescuers include, among others, first aiders, emergency response officers, neighbor rescuers, police employees, firefighters, defense and ambulance staff, rescue brigade staff, and healthcare professionals offering first aid in their spare time. They work in companies in the neighborhood, live in the street, are exercising nearby, or happen to be close to the 112 emergency situation. Register residents in the International Register of Residents in your country with first aid skills. They are registered by type of competence and may be alerted by citizens via the SOS Alarm 112 app. If the licensee of a country uses the SOS Alarm services, it is possible for public services to alert persons registered within the National Register. In the event of major calamities and/or catastrophes, for example, thousands of residents can be alerted and instructed in this way on the basis of their competencies and location. The SOS Alarm Card. We'd rather not think about it, but every resident may have a family, extended family or friends who were involved in a 112 emergency situation or a witness to one. Every day, millions of emergencies take place worldwide requiring first aid. This is why people give each other an SOS Alarm Card as a present. It is reassuring. Via the SOS Alarm Card, loved ones are quickly notified in the event of a 112 emergency situation. It is important for emergency service workers that personal and medical details should be available quickly. It is important, for example, to know the blood group of the victim, whether they have a chronic condition, what medication they use, or whether there are any allergies or any other conditions. By using the SOS Alarm Card, personal wishes and medical details may be registered, such as contact details of loved ones, blood type, medication, chronic conditions, DNR form, allergies, religion, donor card, last will, such as, for example, euthanasia, living will, and personal health records may be registered so that they are not only available regionally but also become available nationally and even internationally. The SOS Alarm Card can register which information is to be made visible to which emergency service worker. The bearer may indicate this for the whole family. It may be, for example, that medical details are only to be shared with ambulance staff and not with fire brigade and/or police. This can be modified at any time. The bearer will automatically receive an email when the personal SOS alarm file has been consulted. And because registered emergency service workers can only view details for which the bearer has given permission, privacy will be safeguarded at all times. If the bearer of the SOS Alarm Card themselves or a family member does not have a smartphone, it remains important that they too should carry the SOS Alarm Card, as the alerting is done by people in the vicinity of the 112 emergency situation. They will have a smartphone that they can use to read the SOS Alarm Card and forward the information to the registered SOS Alarm emergency service workers. The SOS Alarm Card may be read in various languages. There are other situations in which the SOS Alarm Card details are important. When the SOS Alarm Card bearer needs to visit a different doctor during a holiday, a day out, or simply when their own doctor is not accessible. When a local GP or pharmacy reads the SOS Alarm Card to correctly fine-tune the medication. Or when a child who carries an SOS Alarm Card has become separated from their parents. It is very easy to register and manage the SOS Alarm Card via the website of SOS Alarm. After registration, the bearer of the SOS Alarm Card will receive an email containing a personal password that they may change themselves. It allows the bearer to manage their details at all times via computer, tablet, or smartphone. The person who carries or looks after the SOS Alarm Card is the only one who can adjust or delete information within the SOS Alarm Card information system. Of course, it is also possible to manage the details of a child or a parent who has given permission for this. By carrying the SOS Alarm card, citizens look after their families and loved ones, so that information is available to emergency service providers in the event of a 112 emergency service situation. Interested in a license for your country? For each country, one license is available for the services of SOS Alarm. It is possible to introduce the license in your country as SOS Alarm or under your own name, indicating the name SOS Alarm inside. Please contact us via telephone or email. If you wish to read more information, please visit our website. We notify emergency service providers and each other with the services of SOS Alarm. The government, companies, and citizens help each other in the event of a 112 emergency situation. Together, we are SOS Alarm. SOS Alarm, before seconds become minutes.